All right. Well, hello, Move Easy Movers. Welcome to Move Easy Yoga with Kathy. Wow, it's September already. Today is September 2nd, or whatever day you're watching this YouTube video. Can't believe, where'd the summer go? So today for props, you're going to want your trusty chair, a sponge ball, if you have one. It's not absolutely necessary, but we are going to use it for an exercise. And 2 blocks, or you can use thick books if you don't have blocks. So the focus today is going to be on our hips, a little bit of core, and a little bit of back. So basically, hips, core, and back. All right. So we're going to start in our normal fashion with our lower back in static rest, your lower legs up on a chair or a couch or some kind of support. You can also put them up the wall. So what we're doing is we are putting our lower back, like I said, in traction. So you want to make sure your lower legs are parallel to the ceiling. If they're angled up or angled down, try to adjust accordingly. Your hips are going to be a few inches away from the bottom of the chair because you want your hips to be in a neutral position, the natural curve to your back. We're not pressing our back to the floor. This is a relaxing static rest. Putting our lower back in traction really helps. Excuse me, especially if you have lower back issues or you're sore. Or like me, if you're on your feet, your lower back hurts. So we're going to be in this position for 7 minutes. You want to breathe normally. Put your arms wherever they're most comfortable. Just bring yourself, your awareness into your yoga space. Okay, 7 minutes is up. Stay where you are. Now you can roll your tongue under the roof of your mouth. We're going to slowly move our head from right to left. We're just warming up our cervical muscles. So we're going to do this 6 times. So right, left, right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Now the next thing we're doing is vagus nerve reset. So the vagus nerve reset, we are trying to activate the vagus nerve that goes down each side of our skull, actually each side of our body, with our eyes. So our head is facing forward. We're just moving our eyes. So, excuse me, I yawn when I even think about doing this. So you start by looking straight ahead, and then you just move your eyes to the right. And wait for a sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp, some kind of reaction. If you're not familiar with doing this, it may take a while. I do this a lot. I find it helps me sleep at night. So, like I say, all I have to do is think about it and I yawn. And then your eyes go back to forward. And then you, without moving your head, you move just your eyes to the left and wait for that sigh, swallow, gulp, or yawn. And for me, the left side comes a little not as easily, but with practice, it can come right away. So with that said, I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to do this on your own. Do it 2 times on each side. Okay, finish up. Like I say, if you're not used to doing this on a regular basis, don't worry about it. If you try it often enough, it'll come a lot easier the more you try it. So the next thing we're doing is head ramping. Now you can use your sponge ball for this if you choose, or you can leave whatever support you have under your head. I like using the sponge ball simply because it gives me more give. What we're doing is we're reversing what's called text neck. If you're like me, you're always looking down at your device, your phone, your tablet, your computer, and you're looking down, and that stretches the muscles at the back of your neck. We want to reverse that. So your occipital ridge is the bony part between your ears that runs along your scalp line. You want to press that away from your body. You can do this sitting up. You can do it lying down. You can do it while you're driving at a stoplight, preferably. But you want to press that part of your neck away from the rest of your body. For lying down, we're going to press it towards the floor. So we press and hold, and then release, and then press and hold, and release 3 more times. Press and hold. This is a good thing to do every day. And release. Press. Hold. And release. And press. Hold. And release. So you may find that you'll yawn doing that as well, because it also activates the same nerves. Okay. Now, excuse me. For our breathing exercise today, we're going to do square breathing. Square breathing is another way to relax the whole nervous system. So it's very simple. It's one of my favorites. You inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale at the count of 4, 2, 3, 4. And then hold again with your breath out. 2, 3, 4. So you see this type of breathing a lot in meditation practices. So let's go ahead and do that. So inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Excuse me again. Let's try it again. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Speaking of driving, this is one thing I do when I'm in traffic because it drives me nuts. I'll do just a breathing exercise, and it tends to calm me down when I'm in the middle of a traffic jam. So, okay, well, the next thing we're going to do is called the vacuum. This is for strengthening the pelvic floor. You can do this with your legs up on the chair if you choose, or couch, or whatever you have. Or you can move away from your chair. I personally like to have my legs extended, but it's yogi's choice on that one, whatever makes you feel most comfortable. You can have your knees bent in this fashion if you choose. I just find that it works best if my legs are out. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a normal inhale and then exhale everything out of our lungs. And we're going to press our lower back to the floor, flatten it out, push your belly button down, And we're going to hold that for a count of 10 and then release. Now, the reason we strengthen our pelvic floor is as we get older, as time progresses, as my doctor said, as time progresses, our pelvic floor loosens up and we may have urinary fecal issues. And this helps that. It helps strengthen that pelvic floor, which also is the base for our core. So it's a good thing to do this every day as well. So again, normal inhale, and then exhale everything out of your lungs and hold it out. Press your lower back to the floor, press your belly button down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now give yourself a minute for your breath to come back to normal. Takes a couple of breaths. Now we'll do this 2 more times. So take a normal inhale. And now exhale everything out of your lungs and hold it out. Press your back, your lower back down to the floor. Your belly button is down towards the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Good job. 1 more time. Give yourself a minute for your breath to come back. Okay, normal inhale. Exhale everything out of your lungs. Press your back, press your belly button down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Release. Something as simple as that can make a lot of difference. I find when I do these pelvic floors, I don't have as much trouble during the day, but that's just me. So while we're on the floor, we're going to go ahead and do some hip warm-ups. So we'll start with just your basic windshield wiper. Feet are flat, about shoulder width apart. Knees are bent. And we're just going to go just back and forth, maybe a third of the way down. We're not going all the way. We're just warming up at this point. So when you feel, if you're going to the right and you feel your left hip start to rise, stop and go the other direction. And we're just warming up, moving slowly. Just basically hip edge to hip edge. So we're going to do some more core work today. Last Tuesday, yeah, it was Tuesday, Via put us through quite the core exercise. So I'm not going to do all of them today, just a few of them. That was some workout on Tuesday. I was sore. So again, we're just warming up our hips here. Okay, now go ahead and put your sponge ball between your thighs. And we're going to go. Now, this is going to limit your movement, but just go as far as you can. Now, if you need to raise your hip up a little, that's fine. We're going a little further, but we're pressing the sponge ball between our legs. So let's see here. I'm going to do this for 40 seconds. Again, not moving fast. The hip is coming all the way up off the floor, if you can. We're just starting to twist a little. a good warm-up for the hips. Also your lower core. I can feel it in my obliques. Okay, 40 seconds. Take this sponge ball out. Now, the third thing we're going to do with our windshield wipers is wide leg. So put your feet as wide as the mat or even wider. Just make sure that there's enough room for you to lay your knee down. And it doesn't have to come all the way to the floor. We don't want to pull anything, just as far as you can. So we're doing wide leg. Both knees come over to the side. Just go as far as you can. Without straining. You can't come all the way to the floor. If you're only going a little bit, that's fine. Just go. When you feel that first pull, start going the other way. So these wide leg windshield wipers work a little bit more of our lower hips and thighs, quadriceps. There we go. All right. Okay. So we are going to do the figure 4 progressive with 2 blocks routine. So you have your blocks handy. I'm going to put them over here so I can. And your feet, again, are flat on the floor. They're about shoulder width apart. Pull your right knee back and then put it on your left. Put your foot on your left knee. Make sure you pull your leg back first. Don't just twist it. This is the first position. Wait a minute, what have I got time for? $30 seconds. Okay. So when you are in, this is the basic position. Now you can do a couple of things. You can push on your knee. If you have short arms like me, you can't go very far. You can roll your ankle, rotate your ankle, either way. You can flex and point your upper foot and flex your bottom foot. Do all kinds of things here if you choose. Or you can just be in this position. This is a good hip opening position. So that's 30 seconds. The next step is to put a block under your foot. And we're going to be in this position for 30 seconds. Now my knee is now closer to my arm, so I can push on it. If you choose, again, you can rotate your foot. You can wiggle your toes, flex and point, and flex the bottom foot. And there we are, 30 seconds. Okay. Next step, second block. Now I have to come down for this. So the second block goes on top of the first block. And then we come back into position, putting your foot on that block, pulling your knee back, and then putting your foot on the opposite knee. 30 seconds. Now, you can stop at whatever level is comfortable for you. If you find that you can't do the 2 blocks, that's fine. Just stay at whatever level works for you. This one is they get more intense as we move on. So now I can reach my foot and I can work with it. Can push my knee away. Can still rotate my ankle. And that's 30 seconds. Now, the next movement is hands behind your thigh. Now, if you need to use a strap for this, you can. Now, both feet are in the air. Let me set my timer before I do that. Okay, 30 seconds. Now, with both feet up, you can stretch, flex, and point both feet. You can also do ankle circles with both feet. If you choose, you can even straighten out your lower leg. That's up to you. 30 seconds. Okay. Now, the next step is the most extreme. And if you can't do it, it's not a big deal. You can just, like I say, stay at whatever level. But you want to hold your calf. And this is the position. I'll tell you, I feel like a pretzel. If you can do it, fine. If you can't, just, again, stay at whatever level is most comfortable for you. We're going to be there for 30 seconds. And again, if you need to use your strap, you can do that too. So I call this the pretzel move. Remember your options. And that's 30 seconds. Okay. Now we get to do the other side. Yay. Okay. So, all right. So right foot on the mat, left leg comes back with the knee and then over. This is the first level. Your foot is flat. And we're going to be here for 30 seconds. And again, you've got your options now with this foot. You can point and flex. You can rotate your ankle. You can flex your bottom foot. You push your knee away if you choose. If you do have knee issues, I don't suggest pushing on your knee. But if you can, that'll also strengthen the muscles, the hip muscles. 30 seconds. Okay. So next level is with one brick under the foot. 30 seconds. Now I have short arms, so now I can really reach my knee. And again, remember your options. You don't have to do them. You can just enjoy the stretch. I can feel it in my hips. This is a really good hip opener. "30 seconds. All right. Now 2 bricks. Make sure you pull your knee back if you're putting your foot over there. Another 30 seconds. And stay at whatever level is best for you. I mean, it's good to push yourself, but don't push yourself to the point where you hurt. If it causes you pain, don't do it. There's nothing wrong with stretching a little. Okay, that was 30 seconds. Now we're going to either use a strap or not and grab the back part of our thigh, the hamstring. Come on, timer. There we go. So here we go, both feet in the air, 30 seconds. You can straighten your lower leg if you choose. When I do that, I feel it all the way up to the gluteus. Okay, my timer stopped. I'm going to call that 30. I don't know what happened. And now the final position is holding your calf. So, okay. And again, you can use a strap. Or if you can't even get into this position, that's okay too. Just continue with whichever level you're at. But in this position, I can really feel it in my hamstring on my bent knee. 30 seconds. There we go. Good job, guys. Let's put our bricks away for now. And we're going to come up into a standing position at the wall. Do a couple of walls stretches. So bear with me. I need to move stuff like my computer so you can see me. I have a small room here. Okay. So we're going to start with our back bend at the wall that we normally do. This is a bone building stretch. So our back is to the wall. We're maybe 2 or 3 inches away. So 40-second hold. Let me get my timer. And our arms come up and then back. Put your palms on the wall. Your elbows should be as close to your head as possible. If you have shoulder issues, they may be out, and that's okay. Keep your elbows as close as you can. And if you'll notice, and you can tell, my hips are back, but my chest is expanded. So this is actually, like I said, a bone building pose for the upper back. That's why we hold it for 40 seconds. So come on down. And now we're going to do our spine rotation at the wall. Let me readjust again because I want you to see where my feet are. Okay. So right side to the wall, right foot forward, left foot back, elbows at your waist, palms up. And we rotate and put our palms on the wall, but our hips are parallel to the wall. So this is another 40-second hold. So here we go. Now you can move your head from right to left if you choose. Do not move it up and down, not in this position. Our hips are parallel to the wall. Our shoulders are as close to being facing the wall as possible. You won't be able to do it 100%. This is a good rotation. And there we go. Now we're going to do the other side. So left foot forward, right foot back, elbows at your side, palms up. And then we rotate, palms on the wall. This is a great stretch for the latissimus dorsi or dorsi. And plus it's a bone builder. So for people with osteoporosis or osteopenia, which I have, this is a very good thing to do every day. What you would call a weight-bearing exercise. And there we go. Good job. Now, since we're upright, we're going to do one of the core exercises that we did the other day. And this is, and we're at the wall, so we can hold on to the wall. But what we're going to do is we're going to march in place and raise our knees as high as we can. Now we want to hang on to the wall because it can put us off balance. We're going to do this for a full minute. You don't have to do it very fast. You just have to make sure your knees are coming up at least to your waist, or at least level with the floor. So let me get my minute timer. There it is. Okay, here we go. And again, you don't have to do it very fast, but this works the core area, especially the lower core area, which I don't know about you, I need. It's also a good aerobic. Gets my heart going. We're doing this for a full minute. I think you can hear my birds. My husband must have gotten up. "10 seconds. You can do this." There we go. Done with our first core exercise. Good job. We're going to go back to the mat now. Let me plug in or I'll die. Okay. I need a producer in here with me doing all these adjustments. Okay, we are going to do some core now. So we're going to be supine. That means on your back. Take a minute. Relax. Let's take a deep breath in this position. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. And then third time. Inhale. Okay, good. Now we're going to do the dead bug exercise, which is also for the core. So your feet are at tabletop, which means it's pretty much the same position we started out with the chair, only there's no chair. Your arms are straight up, palms facing each other. Now the exercise is this. You take your leg and straighten it out and bring it back. The other leg, straighten it out, bring it back. And at the same time, you take your opposite arm and move it back. And then the other arm, move it back. So the whole movement is right leg, left arm, left leg, right arm. And I recommend going slowly because the faster you go, the more out of breath you're going to be. And it's the movement itself. It's not how many times you do it. So we're going to do this for 1 minute. So again, the 1 minute timer. So here we go, at your own pace. This is a really good one for core. If you need to take a break, go ahead, lower your legs, lower your arms, take a breath, and then come back up. This is not the easiest one, but I like this one. And notice when my legs straighten out, they're not touching the ground. There we go. That was 1 minute. That went by fast. Okay. Now the next core exercise we're doing. Okay, we've done this before. Now it's legs together and then hover, straighten them out and hover, and then come back. Now, a couple different ways to do this. One, you can put your hands under your hips. It does make it easier to do this with hands under the hips. You can do one leg at a time. You can have your feet on the ground and just extend. You can have your feet on the ground and just extend for both. So whatever works for you. This is, again, not the easiest exercise, and I'll be honest with you, core is not my favorite thing to do, but we need a strong core to be able to do everything else. So we're going to do this 10 times. Okay. So if you're just doing the regular thing, your hands are at your sides, or they can be up in cactus, whatever works for you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you need to take a break, take a break. 7, 8, 9. We're almost there. 10. All right. Good job, guys. Wow. All right, let's take a break. Whoa, that was a good one. Let's do some breathing here. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. One more through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Okay. Well, the last thing we're going to do is legs out and a hover. And we're going to hold that pose for 30 seconds. Now, if you can't do that, that's okay. Just hold it as long as you can. And this is another really good core exercise. And again, having your hands under your hips might make it easier for you. So straight out. I recommend pointing, but you can flex your feet if you choose. Pointing is easier. 30 seconds. And it really goes by fast if you don't think about the time. You know, if you think about something else, like maybe what you're going to do after this, or where you're going to go today, or how you're going to spend your Labor Day weekend. So, you know, if you're just chatting, see, it's already done. That was 30 seconds. That's what I do to distract myself. Okay. So now we're going to roll over and be prone. So take your time. Be gentle with yourself. We're going to do a couple of back exercises or stretches. Excuse me. So we're going to start with the back bend. This is very good for the back. It's another bone builder. So you are, I'm sorry, I don't like my nose being smashed. So you are prone on the mat. Your hands are at your sides. Palms facing the ceiling. And we're going to come up with our head and shoulders. Hands are going to come up. Your face is towards the floor because your head is at a head ramping position. Your occipital ridge is pointed towards the ceiling. We're going to hold this position and then come on down. Excuse me. And we're going to do this a couple times. Then we're going to come up again. And we're going to come out with our arms like an airplane. Hold this position and then come on down. Now, when you're coming up, if you find your lower back is sore, lower yourself. You've gone too far. So we want to be conscious of any sensations we might be feeling. Anything that hurts, you know, don't do it or do it slower. But especially your lower back in this position. So, and it's a 40-second hold. So I'm looking for my timer. Here it is. So we are down. Take an inhale to prepare. Inhale, exhale, come on up. We're holding this for 40 seconds, looking towards the mat. Palms are towards the ceiling. Shoulders are up. If you need to come down, and then come back up. This is very, very good for core and for back strength. You got 5 seconds left. Okay, inhale and exhale, come on down. Good job. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, come on up. You know, if you can, raise yourself a little higher, but not if it hurts your lower back. Your palms are towards the ceiling, shoulders are back, head is facing down. I have to check my watch because I can't tell how long it's gone. Okay, inhale to prepare and come on down. Good job. Now we're going to do airplane. So same position as before. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, come on up. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, arms out to your sides. Palms are now facing the floor. Your head is still looking directly at the floor. Be cautious of your lower back. We're holding this for a few more seconds. Okay, inhale to prepare. Exhale, come on down. Good job. One more time. Okay. Inhale. Exhale, come on up. Inhale. Exhale, arms out. So we're airplanes flying through the sky. I don't recommend looking forward. It's bad for your neck. Keep your eyes straight ahead at the floor. Now inhale to prepare and exhale, come on down. Good job, guys. Very good job. Now we're going to do a thoracic rotation. This is also very good for the back. So our arms are in a T position. Let's start by looking to the left. Another 40 seconds. Looking to the left, take your left leg up. Keep both shoulders on the floor. That left leg can do whatever it wants. It can come over and touch the floor on the right. Or if you can't do that, that's okay. Just lift it. Wave it in the air like you just don't care. You can bend your knee. You can rotate your ankle. You can draw circles in the air with your foot. Just make sure you keep both shoulders on the mat at all times. And come on down. Now we're going to do the other side. So look to the right. Take your right leg up. Same thing. You can touch it on the left if you can. If you can't, not a big deal. Just keep both shoulders on the floor. And just move that leg around. Whichever way feels good for you. I did this once and I felt my whole spine align. So there we go. Okay. All righty. Well, I'm tired. How about you? Let's go ahead and get into position for Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra is our 61-point guided meditation. Lie somewhere comfortable. Make sure that you are either warm enough or cool enough, as the case may be. You might want to put something over your eyes. Make sure that you are supported in whichever way is best for you. Allow your awareness and your attention to flow to the points that I mentioned, as I mentioned them, without moving any part of your body. Begin with your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Observe your abdomen as it rises and falls with the gentle flow of your breath. Now bring your awareness to the center of your eyebrows, center of your throat, right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. This concludes the 61-point guided meditation. Begin to wiggle and stretch. Stretch your legs out if they're bent. Stretch your arms up by your head. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rotate your wrists and your ankles. First one way, then the other. Now take your right knee and hold it to your chest. Say hello, knee. Thank you. Straighten that leg out. And now take your left knee and hold it to your chest. Thank you, knee. I appreciate you. And straighten that leg out. And now hold both knees to your chest and slowly rock back and forth, feeling that massage on your back, on your organs. Feels good. And when you're ready, roll towards the camera, using your lower arm as support for your head. This is our gratitude minute. We take a moment here to thank ourselves for doing this for us today. This is self-care. And I want to take a moment to thank you for sharing this with me. And just think about what you're grateful for in general. An attitude of gratitude is always a positive way to start the day. So when you're ready, come on up to a sitting position. I'm going to remove my spotlight. You might want to unmute yourself. Hands at your heart. So I want to thank you for joining me today and moving with me. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and rest of your weekend. I'm glad that you were here. And let's end the class by saying to each other, namaste. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Kathy.
All right.
Kathy.
Thank you.
It was awesome.